Hi guys! Today I'm finally going to conclude my three-part series of the most iconic moments in Disney animation. Now, this final part will be from the 2000s to present, and it will also include Pixar like the last one. This one was really hard to do because there were a lot of movies released by both Pixar and Disney Animation during this time. But I've narrowed it down to 10, and I think it's pretty good, but, you know, let's check it out. These are my top 10 iconic moments in Disney Animation, Part 3. Number 10, Drunk Baymax from Big Hero 6. This moment may not be the moment that you think of when you think of Big Hero 6, but for me personally, it really sticks out in my mind. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard watching a Disney movie. It is so funny. Oh my gosh. I wanted to put a moment from Big Hero 6 on here, and I just felt this showed the lighter side to Baymax, and it's just become a fun, funny moment from a really cute movie. Number 9, Bong Says Goodbye from Inside Out. Inside Out is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movie, and it really kind of brought Pixar back from this low point that they had after Toy Story 3. The moment that drives everything in Inside Out home was when Bing Bong sacrifices himself in order for Joy to be able to get back to Riley. It represents Riley losing that last vestige of early childhood. It's really sad, and I dare you to not shed a little tear watching this moment. Number 8, Villains Anonymous meeting from Wreck-It Ralph. I really, really love Wreck-It Ralph, and there are a lot of moments from the movie that I could have chosen from. I think the moment I'm choosing from Wreck-It Ralph, it sets up the theme of Wreck-It Ralph, which essentially is self-acceptance. It's this scene that's super memorable and super funny with all these known video game characters all in one room talking about their feelings, and it's really cute and clever, and it also is very important in the theme of the movie, and I think it's just really cool. Number 7, Nemo Saves the Day from Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is such a great, beautiful, wonderful, heartwarming Pixar movie. It's definitely up there in terms of Pixar classics, which is really difficult to say because there are a lot. I chose this particular moment because it's a culmination of a lot of things. It is Nemo showing Marlin that he can fend for himself and that he can be responsible. It's Marlin showing Nemo that he can let his son take the lead. He can let go of Nemo, which was his huge problem throughout the whole movie. Just a really sweet moment that drives home everything that Finding Nemo was about. Number 6, Ohana means family from Lilo and Stitch. Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. Even though Lilo and Stitch isn't the biggest blockbuster or maybe even the best Disney movie, that message of family and togetherness and being there for one another is very Disney-esque. Towards the end of the movie, where he has finally learned what Lilo means to him, him finally realizing that Ohana means family is just a really sweet moment, and it's just so cute. Number 5, The Family That Fights Together from The Incredibles. I freaking love The Incredibles. It is such a fun movie about a family, and it's just this great story of a family coming together for the first time, really, and seeing that family has power. Dash is running on water, Violet is using her force fields to help him out, Mrs. Incredible and Mr. Incredible are both doing their own thing, and then they finally come together in this awesome scene and just kind of say, we're here and we're gonna kick your butt, but we're also gonna do it together because we're awesome. This moment is so cool, and it's probably the moment you think of when you think of The Incredibles. Number 4, I See the Light from Tangled. Tangled, in a lot of ways, is a kind of return to form for Disney. The Princess and the Frog reestablished them doing fairy tales and princess tales, but I think Tangled really cemented the modern Disney princess. It was also returned because Alan Menken came back after a long while to compose and write music for the movie. There's really 2 moments that everyone thinks of when they think of Tangled. 1, Rapunzel coming down the tower, and 2, the I See the Light scene. She and Flynn are sitting in a boat, and the lanterns that she had been wanting to see her entire life are floating up, and they're so beautiful, so gorgeous. The scene is just breathtakingly beautiful. And they sing this song about each other, and it's them realizing that they might have deeper feelings for one another. And it definitely harkens back to other Disney duets like A Whole New World. And it's just a really beautiful scene that's just artistically wonderful with a really good song. And it just signified that Disney animation is back, and this is what it looks like. Number 3, The Incinerator from Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3 is a rough movie for me. It's my favorite Toy Story movie, but it's a rough movie to get through. There's this big sense of letting go and getting older and how to cope with getting older, and it really hit home with me, and it still does, because I'm kind of in that age range that Andy was a little bit. This incinerator scene, and you know the one I'm talking about, where they're in this junkyard and they find themselves in an incinerator, and they know they're going to die, and we know they're going to die, and they accept their fate and hold hands. Holy fudge. It looks so bleak. There's almost no way that they can get out of it. Thankfully they do. It's such a heavy moment. Yeah, this moment is it's kind of screwed up. Number 2, Let It Go from Frozen. Everyone knows what Let It Go is. Everyone has sung Let It Go. Everyone has seen Frozen. We all know what this moment is. And we all knew it was going to be on this list because it's Frozen. When you think of Frozen, you think of Let It Go. But it's more than just the scene. The message of that song is sometimes your fears and your worries can really bog you down. And sometimes it's just healthy. Just let it all go. It's just a really positive message, I think. It's a powerful song. And it's really beautiful. The scene is really beautiful. And not to mention, Idina Menzel is Queen. Let It Go is the most famous Disney thing ever in existence. So of course, it's gonna be towards the top of the list. But not quite at the top. Number 1, the opening montage from Up. This is essentially the first 5 or so minutes of Up, which is my favorite Pixar movie. In just 5 minutes, with no dialogue, we get the entire life and love story of Carl and Ellie. It's beautiful, and it shows not just the happy moments, which are a lot, but also the really, really sad moments. It's just this beautiful, wonderfully composed, wonderfully directed moment that's so simple and so effective. You get so invested in these 2 people, and you see everything about their marriage, and you root for them, and you want them to be happy, until finally Ellie dies. And it's the saddest thing ever. It is one of the most famous pieces of, not even just animation, really in film in general. It's a great moment from a really great movie. I love it a lot. Well, there you have it, guys. Those are my final top 10 moments from the modern Disney era. I really enjoyed making these lists, so thank you so much for the viewer who suggested me doing this. It's been really fun looking back through all the movies and trying to decide, does this one deserve it, or does this one, or where should I put him? Even though I tried to be very encompassing, it's really subjective, and I know there's a lot of moments that I didn't get to or didn't cover, and I know I didn't talk about a lot of movies, so please, please, in the comments, let me know what your lists are, because I want to hear from you. I want to know what you think are the most iconic moments. Sure, there's probably going to be some shared ones, but I know there's a lot of people that have maybe differing opinions on this. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys next week with a brand new video. Bye! Mwah. Hi guys! The most popular videos on my channel are my Disney discussion videos. It's really all of the Disney videos, to be honest. And I'm just so pleased and happy that those videos are the ones that people have really responded to. And I put a lot of hard work into them and a lot of viewing hours, and it was just such a fun, rewarding project for me to do as a Disney fan, as a film fan, and just as a content creator. And it's what really got me started in this whole YouTube thing. About 2 years ago now is when I uploaded the first one, which talked about the golden era, and I thought it would be really nice to celebrate that and to just thank everyone by giving you an updated version of those early ones.